students, so this is June, and it's like what are the days pass by, okay, and quickly we need to understand the thing, because it's quickly passed by, as I told and referred, and the time, whenever the time goes, we didn't understand, and we finally see that yes, the time has been up and it's the time of our exam. So here also for your Icse examination, this is a specimen paper which was being given for 2024, right? You can see the pattern is like that. You will get MCQ as you get in your school, and in addition to that you will get some questions, right? So you have to do that. How you will do? Okay. The dash has to decide the reward for each factor of production. How one will decide? The dash has to decide the reward for each factor of production. Who has to decide? Obviously the entrepreneur, because we know there are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. And here we know entrepreneur is the main thing. Capital expenditure is dash in nature. Is what in nature? Recurring, non-recurring, positive or persuasive. So as a result of increase in consumers' income, the demand for growers' grain, inferior good, will increase or decrease? Will decrease, because it is not directly related to the price of that, okay, due to other things. So the demand curve will shift to the left. So 4 important things which I have already discussed. I hope you also know: snob effect, bandwagon effect, conspicuous consumption, Veblen effect, Giffen-Good. Okay, so what is a bandwagon effect? Due to this price is more, so I have to do this. So in that case we go for bandwagon effect. Then snob effect is taste and preferences. Conspicuous consumption. Snob effect is actually you go from this to other. So this one is done. Now 2 things which are different, that is Veblen effect, which a common person always does. The price is more means the quality. So here price is the indicator of the quality of a good. Okay, so that is there. Then finally we have the Giffen-Good. What we have? Giffen-Good. Okay. Now there was a difficulty in future payment under barter system. Why? Due to lack of common measure of value. So these are very easy. This you need to understand. Jute industry is an example of what type of division of labor? Product. Now this diagram based question also you can expect this also. Which market has only one seller and many buyers? What are the 5 types of market? Perfect competition, monopoly, monopsony, oligopoly, monopolistic competition. So we have for perfect competition, obviously it is not, because here we have many proprietors and many sellers. For monopoly we have one seller and one buyer. For monopolistic it's like normal, only the homogeneous and heterogeneous good difference. Oligopoly also few sellers, okay, and monopsony. So the answer is monopoly. Okay, if you make investment in insurance, it will be called as what type of investment? See, here is an example. Mr. Sakshan, economic teacher, was explaining the concept of minimum percentage to be kept by any commercial bank with the central bank. So what it is that? CRR, repo rate, bank rate, at which they know. Obviously that is the CRR. It is the ratio they keep with them. Okay. This refers to the legal definition of money. Which is this? Which factor out of the following serve as a primary source of consumption? Which of the following is a determinant of market demand? In perfect competition, the seller is selling what product? During barter exchange, the rate of exchange was arbitrarily fixed. This resulted from, see, repetition of question. Indian farmers are example of what type of labor? So there is 16 question. Now here the question 2 of 2 marks, what you need to do, you need to write very specific, because the marks which will be given, that will be 2 marks. You can see it is 2 marks, but you have to be very specific, because the marks is 2 but you have to score more. Like here the type of question from commercial awareness, revenue, productive activity, there is a statement, specialization of labor helps the producer in the productive activity and is also beneficial to the worker. Okay, so you can try to relate to increasing returns to scale, right? For your benefit only I am telling, so it will be very much productive. Explain the meaning of overdraft facility, this one also. Now what is the term demand you mean by? Why is capital subject to depreciation? How is a fixed deposit different from saving deposit? You know there are different types. So what is saving deposit? Fixed deposit on one you can take, on one you can other take. This is the 2 pictures, see. Okay, so how does net you have to analyze the visual elements in the above 2 picture and identify the standardization mark required. Okay, so intellectual property rights. Okay, this type of questions are related to intellectual property rights, so you have to answer accordingly. How does net debt differ from gross debt? What is the elasticity of demand? What is elasticity of demand? In one word you can say degree of responsiveness. See here a question. Ram and Shyam were both traveling by train from Delhi to Chennai. However, the cost of their ticket is different. Why? Give a reason for the railway charging different price to. Is that autarky? You know autarky is a situation. Under what condition does the supply of good exhibit unitary elasticity? So here also we need to understand that. Now comes a section B, where you have, with the help of a graph, explain increase in demand concept. Very easy, you have done only. What is increase in demand? Due to the increase in the price of other goods, means a total shift of demand curve. How is demand curve? This one. First it was this, now increase in demand, so the thing will rise. Okay, this you are not going to draw, this thing you are not going to draw. So here it was P naught, because you have to write P, and here you have to write Q. Here it is P naught, Q naught, Q1, P1, E1, E2. You can see the increase in demand. Okay, this graph only will fetch you 2 marks if you do it correctly. You have to write also, okay, that this is price, this is quantity. Now explain me 5 demerits of direct tax. What are the 5 demerits of direct tax? What is direct tax? Where the tax effect is borne by the same person on whom it is levied, right? You give the thing. Define a market. Explain me 3 features of a monopolistic market. One I have already told you, heterogeneous good. One I have already told you, 2, large number of buyers and sellers, freedom of entry and exit. List any 5 important duties of a consumer. What is the meaning of inflation? Easily rise in price. Now you describe 3 visual effect of inflation. Difference between commercial and central bank. This question came in class 9 also. It is also important for class 9 students also. Okay. Differentiation between extension and contraction of demand. What is the law of supply? 3 factors affecting. What is CPI? 3 objectives of GST, meaning of consumer exploitation. 3 rights of a consumer. Determinants of individual demand. Application based question is also there. So this is a specimen paper. These are the type of question which you need to practice for your Icse 2025. Best of luck students, and thank you for watching this channel. If you like the video, do subscribe to the channel.